Hey guys, what's going on? Sherman here. Today I'm going to be talking about a new piece of tactical wear that I've acquired recently from the website LA Police Gear. Now, if you're not familiar with LA Police Gear, that is a great website that has a lot of really great gear at low prices. They also put out some of their own name brand gear, and that includes bags, flashlights, and as you see here, pants. These are their name brand Urban Ops pants. Now, if you're already familiar with LA Police Gear clothing, then you're probably familiar with the operator pants that came out quite a few years ago. I have a pair of those. I love them. I've reviewed them about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I love them. So if you're already familiar with those, then I can go ahead and tell you you're going to love the Urban Ops pants, because I personally like these a lot more than I like the operator pants in several different ways, and I'll get into that over the course of this review. Now, some people have mentioned that a lot of the gear that I review is quite expensive, and that's true. But in our line, a lot of our gear is expensive, especially your American-made gear. But you get what you pay for. But I can go ahead and promise you that these pants are not going to hit you in the wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and get price out of the way. These run $19.95 off LA Police Gear. And LA Police Gear has allowed me to use a coupon code with them. So that is very cool. And the coupon code is valid until, I believe, the 1st of October, somewhere around there. So it's good for about a month. But just, make sure you keep up with the date of the release of this video, because I think it's only going to run about a month. But it's for 5% off, and it's just my name here on YouTube, Sherman614. You'd enter it in as a coupon code on the website at the checkout, and that'll drop this down to about $17 to $18. So that's pretty cool. You get a little bit of a discount. But anyway, these pants are incredible. These are the best pants that I have found for the price range. And actually, these are even better than some of the pants that I've gotten that are 3 times the price of these pants. I've owned some True Spec pants, and I honestly just don't like them that much. These blow them out of the water, in my opinion. A couple of things that some people have complained about in reviews, actually the only 2 things that I've seen people complain about these pants in the reviews, is that A, they run too small, and B, is the LA Police Gear logo on one of the pockets. Now, the logo thing I don't really see as an issue. I don't know if you can see down here. Is it on that flap? No, it's on this flap. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. I'll show it off more in the tabletop portion of this review. But it's just a little embroidered LA Police Gear right there on the cargo pocket flap on the left-hand side. A lot of people have been condemning these pants for that logo. I'm not exactly sure why. If it really bothers you, go and get a piece of nylon and just sew it on over that. Walmart sells some iron-on camouflage knee covers. You iron them onto your pants. Get one of those, cut a small square, put it on that flap, iron it on, and stop complaining. Now, the size thing I can understand. I bought these according to my natural pant size, and they fit absolutely perfect. I love the fit of these pants. They're a little bit of a tighter fit, like in this area, and the legs are a little bit slim. But I can tell you that it does not decrease mobility whatsoever. These have fully articulating knees. LA Police Gear designed them especially for that, so that they fit well without a lot of bulk. Because when you get a lot of bulk, they can tend to snag depending on what you're doing, and you don't want snag. You want streamlined. You don't want them real baggy. I don't like BDU style pants because they are huge on me. They're really baggy. There's a lot of excess material, but they're designed that way for mobility. But LA Police Gear has designed these so that you get the best of both worlds. You get mobility, and you get the looks and the function. So that's really good. I love the way they fit. But like I said, it does not hinder mobility whatsoever. I have full articulation in my legs. There's no cramping anywhere going on. And I've tried doing some different maneuvers in these pants to see if they bunch up anywhere, they get uncomfortable. They do not. But like I said, a lot of people have been complaining about the size, and a lot of times, if they're used to one particular pants brand, because a Levi's size 30 waist is not going to be the same as a Wrangler size 30 waist. They're going to vary slightly, or in the length. They're all going to vary. It's not an exact science. Now, I'm used to wearing Levi's jeans of my size, 30-32. Like I said, these fit absolutely perfect. The length is just right. I don't really have to roll up the bottom so that they don't drag the ground. Like I said, it fits perfectly. And also, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see, but these do have an elastic waistband, so that if you do get a size and it's a little bit tight on you, it can expand out a little bit. And that's also good if you're carrying an inside the waistband holster. so that you can cinch your belt up, carry it comfortably, and also have a little bit of give in here so you can put your inside the waistband holster and your spare magazine. These pants are constructed of a 60-40 blend of cotton and polyester. I find that these are a little bit warm when doing yard work out here in the heat of the summer in Georgia. But in the wintertime, these are going to keep you nice and warm, I can expect. I'll probably do a follow-up when it gets a little bit colder, but when it's real hot, these tend to get a little bit warm when you're wearing them. So just keep that in mind. They're not as cool as some other pants that I've tried on, but you know, it's not awful. It's just kind of par for the course. The coloration, this is what LA Police Gear is calling their Sierra coloration. It kind of varies depending on the lighting. Out here in this natural lighting, it's very much like a foliage green look. You know, it kind of has a gunmetal gray look, but in the right light, it is much like a foliage green, or kind of like basically a gray coloration. They offer these in several different colors, such as like a chocolate brown, coyote brown, khaki, OD green, black, and a few different other colors, I think. Even a ranger green, I believe. But this is their Sierra color. I like it. It's gray. I don't really own much and kind of like a gray foliage green color, so it's a nice change of pace. I like the color. It looks really good. They have 6 belt loops that are 2 inches wide, so it'll accommodate most of your gun belts or any kind of belt that you have. Pardon the background noise. We have chickens. They're kind of noisy. So it'll accommodate most belts. This is just an average belt. It's nothing fancy whatsoever. But you do have those very nice belt loops. As 7 pockets, you have 2 front pockets, of course. You have 1 front slip pocket. You don't have 2. I'm fine with the 1. A lot of people put their cell phones here, or sometimes their wallets. Usually what I'll do is I will clip a carabiner or an S-biner to this belt loop and hang my keys down in there. I really like carrying my keys that way. Of course, you have 2 cargo pockets. 1 on either side, of course. They're slightly slanted so that they're easier to get to while sitting down. Both of them have a top pass-through, meaning it has a little cut in the fabric right there so that you can slip an item down into the pocket. It goes down directly into the pocket, so you don't have to actually open the flap to put something in there. So if you want to put something kind of long and cylindrical in there, such as a flashlight, you don't have to open up the cargo pocket and slip it down in there. You can have a long flashlight in there and even sticking up a little bit. You can clip the clip of your knife to the inside of that little cut, a little pass-through, whatever you want. It's also good for if you're at the range and you're doing some shooting and you're doing some reloads. You can just slip your empty magazines directly into that little pocket, that little slit right there. It's perfect for that. Basically acts as a dump pouch. You don't have to worry about taking one of your hands, opening up the cargo pocket and whatnot. By the way, as you can see, the cargo pockets are closed with hook and loop material. I like that much better than I like the buttons. The buttons are just too hard to get to, in my opinion. So you have those 2 cargo pockets, and of course your back pockets, which are not flapped. They are just slip pockets, which I prefer. I don't like the flap pockets because they tend to get kind of messed up over time, especially if you wash these a lot. And but a lot of people complain about them being too loose. These are pretty tight. I have a really thin minimalist wallet. It slips down in there, and I've never had it fall out. Not to say that it won't ever, or that yours won't. So just a little disclaimer there. I'm just saying I have not had an issue with it, and I don't think you will either, especially if you have a pretty thick wallet. I don't think you have any issue with that. That's about all I can say about these pants at the moment. One other thing, they don't have any kind of coating on them for water resistance. But here again, you get what you pay for, and if you want that kind of water protectant or that water resistant protectant on the pants, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. And for the $20 price range of these pants, you're already getting a whole heck of a lot. But that's just something to take into consideration. If that's a selling point for you, that doesn't have it. But they are somewhat water resistant because they are nylon, so they do have the same kind of slight water resistant properties of nylon, but it's not going to be like they're not going to be like my Triple Aught Design RS pants. Alright guys, I wanted to do a tabletop portion of the review so you guys can see a little bit more detail about these pants. The zipper is a very long zipper track, which I prefer. It is a brass YKK zipper track. It has a brass riveted button, which I prefer. You don't have to worry about them coming undone as much as buttons that are sewn on. Now, if a button that's sewn on comes off, you can sew it back on pretty easily. You know, repairs are pretty easy. I don't know how you could repair something like this, but the point is that this is probably never going to come off. So it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. This is something else I wanted to mention. LA Police Gear had originally named these the Shrike pants and then renamed them the Urban Ops pants. So if you get these and you see the tag and they say Shrike, you didn't get the wrong pants. Or if you saw these pants when they first came out and saw Shrike and now you see Urban Ops, they're not two different pant brands or pant lines. Shrike and Urban Ops are the same pants. They just went through a name change. Right here you can see the elastic waistband. It has a pretty good amount of give to it. Pretty good quality. I can't imagine those wearing out anytime soon. So like I said, if you do get a smaller size than preferred, that can help out a little bit in the waist area. You can see here in the cargo pocket the pass-through that I was talking about that goes all the way through the flap, and then like I said, it goes down into the main pocket. It is really good for things like pistol magazines. I have my 1911 magazine, it just drops right down in there. Like I said, if you wanted to do a quick, not a magazine change, but a magazine dump, use that as a dump pouch. And also something kind of neat is, I like how they did the front pockets here. They kind of gave the pocket a little cant to it. It has a very sharp cutoff line right there. And what that does is when you're wearing it, it kind of, let's say it's fairly flat this way, so it's not a solid curved line like on a pair of blue jeans or normal, like, you know, just regular pockets. And that makes it neat for carrying knives. It keeps the knife very vertical in the pocket, and I like that. So that when you're wearing these, the knife kind of stays vertical. Easier to get to. It doesn't, you know, the knife doesn't get in weird directions like with normal, like I said, with normal swooping pocket designs. It doesn't get in an odd angle. It stays pretty straight up and down, which I like. Now the pockets do not have the doubled over fabric for pocket clip reinforcement, but you know, that's okay with me. These this nylon's not going to wear out anytime soon, but you know, here again, if that's a breaking point for you, you might want to look elsewhere, but that's not a problem for me. Like I said, I can't imagine those wearing out anytime soon. You can see the ripstop fabric. You can see it's kind of like a checkerboard pattern. When you're wearing it in the right light, it kind of looks like pinstripe, and I think it looks really cool. So I think I forgot to mention that before when I was talking about the material, but it is ripstop nylon. And what ripstop nylon is really good for is if you get a small little hole in here, like sometimes you'll get holes in the knees in blue jeans, and then once you get a tiny little hole, it's just a matter of time before that tiny little hole becomes a big hole. You know, you stick your toe through it, and when you're putting on the pants, it just rips it even more. Ripstop doesn't do that. If you get a small hole, those lines you see going all through there is extra fabric. It's thicker pieces of thread, and like I said, if you get a small hole, it's not going to spread. The hole is not going to get it's not going to get much bigger anyway, and so you don't have to worry about that. It makes for you know, these pants lasting a lot longer than normal pants that are not ripstop, and you know, out in the field, low maintenance. You know, if you do have the luxury of having a sewing kit, it'll allow you to patch it up before the hole gets too bad. But anyway, guys, that's about all I have to say about these pants. These are excellent, fantastic quality pants. I absolutely love these. These are the best pants that I have ever had, aside from my Triple Lot design pants. But you know, these are $20 pants. Nothing that's going to break the bank. You can get several pairs, like I said, for the price of one pair of true spec pants. And I think you're going to be really happy with these, especially if you like the operator pants. And I like these more. They're not as baggy. They're a little bit tighter fitting. I like the design of them a little bit more. And, you know, I just like the way they look more, you know, first and foremost. But these are fantastic quality. Now, like I said, you know, when I was addressing the size earlier, if you think that's going to be an issue, if you don't want a real tight fit and you're worried, and all the other reviews are discouraging you, just go ahead and get one size bigger in the waist than you normally would in normal pants, just in case. You know, try it out. Because like I said, I got my normal pant size and they fit me perfectly, but it's going to vary from person to person. because every review I've seen on these pants, everyone's complained about the size, they're being too small and had to return them. So I don't know what they're doing different or if I'm doing anything different, but you know, if you want to be sure, some people were saying get 2 sizes above your normal size. I don't think I would go 2 sizes, probably just 1, if you know, if that's really an issue with you guys. But like I said, I just went with my normal pant size and they went it did just fine. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Definitely go and check out these Urban Ops pants at lapolicegear.com. I'll post a link in the description down below to where you can buy these, and I'll put my coupon code down there also. Remember, it's only valid until about October 1st. They said it was only going to be about a month, so just around that time. But definitely go and check it out, and that'll help you guys out a little bit in the price. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman 614. Peace.